started on this call?
Yeah, I sure do. So, when Devin was talking, he brought me present to something, and I thought about showing up because I feel like before you can even make a commitment to yourself to do the work, that you have to show up. And that is the foundation of leveling up. You show up for everybody else. You show up for your kids. You show up for your coworkers. You show up for your friends. You show up for your family. But are you actually showing up for you? Are you actually making a commitment to set the groundwork and the foundation for really what it takes to do the work? So really being committed to showing up for yourself and realizing, what does showing up mean to you? What does that look like for you? So you have to build a new goal for yourself to figure out what showing up looks like, because if you don't show up, then you can't level up. So that's it, sunshine. Show up, show up, show up.
And
Don't
that's
talk yourself
right.
out of showing up.
I absolutely love it. And you know what? As far as that showing up, what's crazy to me is that the people that I see on this screen right now is people that showed up last night for Sunshine Sundays, and they was the first ones on this accountability call the first thing in this morning. So I want to commend those that are showing up consistently with their camera on, coming front and center. So we got the King Rudy, he was there. King Devin, he was there. Who else was there? Let me see who else is in the room right now. Queen Wanda was there. King Keith was there. Who else? Like, we literally had people, the majority of the people that's on this call right now showed up last night and they showed up this morning. So we already know. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The coaches start to pay attention to these things, not just our mentors, but we already see who's going to be the executors. You could see it straight off the back. So I want to congratulate y'all for being here, for being there last night, for being front and center this morning. And at this time, I just want to go over really, really quick something that Tamoa touched on, and I'm big on this: prioritizing you. It's imperative. And I want y'all to really think about this for the next 5 weeks, and I don't know how exactly you're going to work this out, but I have been that person that knew how to show up for everything and everybody else and never prioritizing myself, wondering why I couldn't get to the finish line of everything that I kept saying I wanted to accomplish. I could never get to that finish line, could never cross it because I was so busy detouring to make sure that everybody else was good. It is absolutely essential and imperative that for the next 5 weeks, you prioritize you. It does not mean that you can't still be there for other people. It just means add yourself to the equation. That's what worked for me. Just adding myself to the equation. So if y'all get what I'm saying, if you know that that's you and I'm speaking to you, I want you to drop the sunshine emoji in the chat, because y'all know how to make it happen for your job. You know how to make it happen for your significant other. You know how to make it happen for your children. You know how to make it for everybody else. Now it's about making it happen for you. And it all starts with the mindset. And on that note, listen, I don't know if you have had the ability to sit up there and be in the room with this king yet. Most of you have gotten a chance to meet him and be in his presence on the Zoom. It's nothing like being in his presence and getting a hug from this king. Our mindset mogul crew, I don't know what it is you call him, king crew, coach crew, Sean crewmate, not sure what it is. He's mindset mogul in here. I need y'all to drop the word mindset. Drop mindset in the chat. Mindset, run it up, y'all. Run that up. Mindset, mindset, mindset. Our mindset is everything. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. My personal opinion, while we're working on getting to these bags and, we want to make these multi-millions, I'm going to be honest with y'all. My personal real bag is the mindset, because there's nothing that I can't have if my mind is in the right place. There's nothing that I can't accomplish when my mind is in the right place. There's nothing that you cannot do or will not do for you when your mindset is in the right place. So, the financial gain is great, but that money it comes in as goals. But that mindset, y'all, that mindset, when it gets aligned with who you truly are and where you really want to be, that's priceless. That is absolutely priceless. So I need you to understand, while every call is important, these accountability calls is everything to help get you to that next level. It's everything as far as your execution. So at this time, I need everybody to come off mute because we need to pour all the love and the energy into our 2 comma crew, our king, our mindset mogul. He is going to be the one to help us get to our next level. He's done it for every single coach that you see inside of this program. He continues to do it for us. Do not look at us any different than you see yourselves, because we was in those seats. We're still in the seats. We are still mentees as well. And we love him and we depend on him to show up the way that he does every single day and pour into us. And I personally would not know what to do if I did not have this king in my life right now. So I need everybody to come off mute right now and let's pour all this love and energy into our mindset mogul crew. Let's go, y'all.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
That's
go.
my king, y'all.
Let's
Let's
go.
go,
Let's
y'all.
go. Let's go.
Let's go, mindset. Mindset mogul.
Mindset.
Let's
Let's go,
go.
mindset mogul. Where you
Mindset.
at, King? Where you at? Get us right, King. Let's go. Where you at?
Dude,
Where he at?
I
Where
don't
he at?
see him.
Let's
I don't
go.
Yeah,
see
Let's
Sammy, I'm like, where he
go.
the
at?
mindset.
Where he at? He was in the building last night.
Here we
looking
go.
amazing.
There we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go.
yeah, let's go, y'all. Let's go.
We ready.
What?
I want love. Life is beautiful. We have consciousness. What are we doing with this magnificent mind that creates everything around us? See, we're all searching for love, but what is love? Love is a vibration. It's a frequency. It's pure energy. It's the source of success. With love, anything is possible. It has the power to shift the world. We've created a society of doers. So there's a lot of humans doing and not enough humans being. A lot of running around. What are we running from? Work, stress, anxiety, depression, avoiding responsibility. We've run so far away we don't even recognize ourselves. Let's stop running away and start moving toward our true desires. Which actions are we going to take in this present moment that brings us closer to our utopia? You know, ask yourself, where do I want to be? You know, what do you want from your world? What type of experiences do you want to have? Most importantly, do you believe in yourself enough to achieve more love, financial freedom, deep connectivity, accountability, eliminate procrastination, defeat depression, break free from anxiety, a place where you can practice reaching your higher self, feeling free to evolve, a place to feel heard and appreciated, all with love and beautiful healing energy. Welcome to Luhv Plus Transformation. The body is the technology, but it seems we've lost the manual.
Oh,
What's going on?
hey, King, where you at?
How we feeling? What's going on? Hold up. Bring me up here. Bring me up. Turn me up. Hold up. What's up? How we feeling? What's happening? You could be anywhere, but guess what? You're right here. You're right here. Somebody say amazing in the chat. Let me know. Somebody say amazing in the chat. If you feel amazing, put amazing in the chat. Honestly, there's a lot of people on this call that was out last night, that was on the Sunshine Sundays last night. You was doing a whole bunch of things, but yet you still made it. It's some of you that's going into work, but you're still on this call. I want you to look at the numbers that's on this call. Look at the number of people that's on this call. And I want you to compare it to the number of people that's in the class. Yes, I get it. Some people are going to be at work. But what I'm showing you is that there's a select few who would make solutions over excuses. right? This is what we want to start to operate in. This is why we have a program for you, so that way you create solutions over excuses, because excuses are easy. Let me know if I'm making this up. Let me know. Like, am I making this up, or is it easy to make an excuse? Let me know in the chat. So the fact that you're here, I really want you to feel loved and appreciated, but I want you to do it for yourself. If you're loving yourself, somebody put I'm loving myself in the chat. Shout out to Legacy Builder. I see you, Queen. You was in the building yesterday looking spectacular. I mean, those glasses you had, I don't know, man. That was fly right there. That was billboard worthy, okay? Sunshine, what's up? Somebody ripped you out the plastic yesterday because you was acting brand new. I was like, who that? Who that? Shout out to the Golden Impact. You did that. This was a great event. If you missed it, look. This Mailbox Millionaire Academy, this community is something special, okay? You are part of something spectacular. This is not only a community to learn, but it's a community to grow, to meet not only a mentor, but a best friend, not just somebody you could work with, but somebody you can build with. Also, we got the whole dating feature. We got 2 more people who just, first of all, snap it up and clap it up. We got another couple that was created through the community, the Luhv Plus dating. Mailbox Media Academy. Danielle, look, when I walked up on you, had a tall glass of water. Just say somebody was thirsty in the crowd. Just know that, okay? Just know that. Danielle, shout out to you. Who else is in the building? Shout out to Royalty, who won the Best in Funding Award as well. Jonna, it's good to see you, Jonna. What's up, Devin? Delisha, Keith, what's going on? Rudy is standing out. Shout out to Rudy. Rudy's showing up big time. Wanda, what's up? Let's get those cameras on. If y'all can put your cameras on, put your cameras on. I'm going through and I'm seeing people, but you got your cameras off. If you know that you're in a position to not put your cameras on, there's nothing you can do about that. We understand that. But if you know you just chilling in your PJs, you at home getting comfortable, you in the bed, just get up a little bit and just turn your camera on, right? Because what happens is when you pay attention, you can get some type of ascension. If you ain't paying attention, you're going to go right where you was at last year or yesterday. And that's the worst part to be. We don't want to be where we were at yesterday, this year, or last year. All right? So what we want to jump into today is I just want to show you a little bit more about the whole Luhv Plus app, why we created it, but also give you your first assignment. These calls are only going to happen 1 time a week. Basically, we're going to come and check in. We're going to give you some work. What I really want you to do is be immersed into the community. Sometimes in the past, we will go 5 days or we will go 3 days in a week. We said, let's tone it down a little bit. Let's just give you an opportunity to execute on some work. Who here wants to execute on some work? Raise your, actually just drop the 1 in the chat. Who here wants to execute on some work? If you want to walk away in the next 30 days feeling empowered, feeling accomplished, like you got something done, you moved to another level, drop a 1 in the chat. So some of y'all who may not know me, my name is Sean Crewmate, also known as the Mindset Mogul. You can call me Mindset Mogul. You can call me Crew. Doesn't matter, as long as you call me, okay? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to be in a position of reception, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to say things that may not sound like the normal sayings. I'm going to say things that might hit you in a different perspective, because this is all about transforming your perspective. Because guess what? How much money do y'all want to collect? Let me know in the chat. How much money do y'all want to collect? Monthly, it could be daily, it could be yearly. Just let me know how much money do y'all want to collect. Infinite, millions. Put a real number on it, so that way it's specific. When you're specific, you can be prolific, and that's what we're going for, right? Superstar status. We're going for superstar status. If you join Mailbox Millionaire, you're already elite, but we're going for superstar status. So when you're a superstar, you have to execute at a high level. We're talking about sales. We're talking about leadership. Sales and leadership is the 2 most important foundations of your life, whether you believe it or not. Sales and leadership is the 2 most important foundations of your life, whether you believe it or not. And I'm going to break that down shortly, just so you can get an understanding and walk away from here feeling empowered to be more involved into sales, and also be more standing on business with your leadership. But somebody dropped 50K in the chat. Somebody dropped 100K in the chat. Okay, that's great. Now, when you think about it, this is money that you want to collect. But do you think that there are people out there who already collect that amount of money? Do you think that? Because I would hope that you say yes. I do think that. And if you do say yes, I do think that, then what's stopping you from doing the same? I give you a second to think about it. What's stopping you from doing the same? And be honest, put a real answer in the chat. What's stopping you from doing the same? So let me just, while y'all thinking about that, let me just preference it with this. So you have what you have because you are who you are. Like, you are where you're at right now because of the things that you know. But you're not where you want to be because of the things that you do not know. So what's stopping you from gaining $50,000 a month? What's stopping you from having $100,000 a year? What's stopping you from making millions? What do you think it is? If somebody is already doing it, there's people already living the life that you want to live. Whatever life that you're thinking about, people already live it. I've been on the road for 30 months out of the last 36 months, right? And I understand that could sound crazy, but I really want to be home. But last month was a milestone for me. I was home for 5 days. What's that? 20 days. I was home for 20 days out the month. I was home for 20 days out the month. Clap it up for me. But what I'm saying is, before I was that person, I always dreamt about being a person who could travel and get paid to do it. I always dreamt about that. I don't, because I used to work in the corporate world, right? Doing graphics and Netflix. I also have sales position where I got promoted 3 times, 2 times in the same week. Like, literally, I was just, anywhere I go, I was just a great leader. And this is by nature. And I got a shout out to my brothers, Ramel and Jamel, because they trained me to be a great leader. I remember back when we were, in the trenches of Brooklyn, and I used to have some cousins come around or some other friends, and they used to be like, yo, we about to go do X, Y, and Z. And I used to be, nah, they can't let my brothers do none of that, bro. And then, like, every time people would come around me at that point, they'd be like, nah, let's not talk to Sean, because he gonna, they ain't really call me Sean, they call me Crumbs. But they said, let's not talk like that around him, because he ain't gonna want us to do this. They always wanted to play in the streets. I always wanted them to get to the streets. Like, this is the thing that we're talking about, high level. If you want to be high level, somebody put high level in the chat, because we're talking about high level activity, not just high energy. I know y'all say high energy, high income, but without the impact, you get none. Okay, you got to make impact in order to have income, and it's a whole breakdown. But the reason why I'm saying all of this is to give you the idea that the person that you are right now is basically creating who you want to be. So you're not going to get it all right now. It's going to come in stages, but if you don't start right now, you will not achieve it. But also, seeking what you don't know opens up the portal for you to gain and download the things that you truly want. Like, I wasn't always the mindset mogul, but at some point I developed and became a person who can be a leader, a thought leader in sales and leadership, and to be able to help people make 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures in a day. Like, this has actually happened to me multiple times. And when you hear certain people stressed about, oh man, this guy is so amazing, this is not a fluff stuff, because I actually put 5 figures in multiple people's hands, literally. So it's not just about the money. Like I mentioned, it's the impact. It's who you are being. And I want to help you do the same. But the only way you're going to do that is if you're receptive to what I'm speaking about when we're talking about mindset, when we're talking about clarity. This week is all about clarity. But in the clarity, we want you to give yourselves permission. Remember, we went through the boot camp, right? Giving yourselves permission. What are you giving yourself permission to do? The biggest thing I want you to give yourself permission to do is to execute. Somebody drop execute in the chat. So I want to share my screen in a second, and I want to go over some things. But before I do that, let me get some participation real quick, just to see who's ready to execute. So inside of this community, we got this thing called MVP. If you're familiar with it, drop the MVP in the chat and drop the trophies in the chat. This is the standard. I believe we shared the MVP roadmap with you already, but this is the standard. You have to be the most valuable participant in your life. If you do not show up ready to execute for you, guess what? It's not going to happen. You can say this. I know some of y'all going to attack me because I don't have children, but I was a child before. And I also have nieces and nephews. But what I'm saying to you, your why does not have to be your child. Because when your child turns 18 or 21, what happens then? Believe it or not, my why used to be my brothers. That was my biggest single motivation. So, but motivation is temporary. You got to have inspiration. Inspiration is legendary. We're going for legacy. Somebody drop legacy in the chat. So your actual goals, you want to be able to create something for you. Because if you do it for you, then that's when you can do it for others. There's no way I can teach you how to get 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures in a day if I haven't done it myself. I only can teach you this. I only can show you this and demonstrate it once I do it for me. Your goals should be about you. You need to get clarity on who you are, clarity on what you want, and clarity for what it is that you're going for in the future. So I want to share this with y'all. I'm gonna share the screen. So far, are we clear? So far, are we good? We got good vibes? Let me know. Let me know. So far, are we good? Be clear. We got good vibes. Let us know. This Luhv Plus platform was created. Well, obviously, we created it on our Mogul automated impact system. So that's one of these systems I use with Wix in combination with some other tools to create these platforms. So like the app that you see, all of these things were created through my vision of how can I build on what I already have and then make it better. And that's what I want you to think about. I want everybody here to think about, what do you already have that you can build upon and make it better, right? So when we talk about MVP, the MVP is the most valuable participant. In this next 30 days, I promise you, I know you're gonna hear us say it. And if you've been with us for a year, 2 or 3 years, you're gonna hear us always say it. Because every time we deliver on this, in these next 30 days, you're gonna learn more, you're gonna do more and accomplish more than you have in the last 30 months. This is just that real. It's really that real if you put your intention here, right? Wherever your intention goes, energy flows. And that's where you start to attract your abundance. So we already know, in my mind, this is how it breaks down: sales and leadership development. So what we used to call it was personal to business development. It's the same thing, but we want to highlight the specifics of sales and leadership. Sales, drop what sales means to you in the chat. Drop what sales mean to you in the chat. Drop what sales mean to you in the chat. Some of y'all looking at it. This is so crazy. Let me blow your mind, because when I was driving yesterday, it was nighttime. I was in Brooklyn. I was driving in Long Island City. This is Queens, New York. And there was a sign on this store. This store was selling furniture and lamps and lights and chandeliers, all these other stuff. And I was like, oh, this is dope. And I said to myself, because I saw this big word, somebody dropped this word in the chat, SALE. Drop that word in the chat, SALE. And I seen that and I said, wow, it finally clicked. If somebody was to actually start selling you or say something about sales to you or ask you to sell somebody else, you get a little query with it, right? You start to feel like, damn, am I doing the right thing? Or is this the right thing? You get uncomfortable with the word selling, but you run towards the word sell. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm about to start doing that thing, y'all. This is when I start dropping things in your mind, nuggets that you didn't think about, that starts to open up your mind for something else as far as downloads, for you to get something that's going to benefit you. So if I say something that makes sense to you that you didn't think about, or now that it moves you in a way, put the M's in the chat. So why does everybody feel some sort of way when it comes to someone selling them, but they love sell? I would love to know that, because when I saw the word sell in the store window, I said, wow, nobody bats an eye when it comes to that. When they see this word here, they run towards it. But if somebody starts to ask them or engage into sales tactic, they feel some type of way. So I want to break that down for y'all a little bit, right? What does sales mean to you? First of all, sales is all about guiding. When you're selling something, you're guiding someone to do something, to take action, to choose, to participate. It's guiding, it's negotiation. So drop guiding and negotiation in the chat. Those are the two things that you're going to start dealing with when it comes to sales. Sales are affecting your relationships, whether you believe it or not. I'm going to be honest. If I could be real, put be real in the chat. It don't matter if you put be real in the chat, because I'm going to be real anyway. So what I'm saying is, some of you are bad at selling, and this is why your relationship fails, right? You are doing a poor job of selling your significant other. You're doing a poor job of selling yourself. Right? Yeah, I don't really need to turn my camera on. So you don't turn your camera on. So you're walking around in the background, cooking eggs, doing this other stuff, got the kids running in the background, and now you're missing the information. And then you get on the call like, damn, I don't know what happened. Three weeks later, you done did no work, and you think, damn, I done got scammed. They done took all my money. I ain't learned nothing from this program. You're a bad salesperson. You have to sell yourself that this is the only option that you have right here, because every opportunity comes once. Everybody put that in the chat. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. So you need to sell yourself that this is it. It's not tomorrow, because it's not someday, because that day is never going to happen. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they got you caught up in these days, but you're not realizing that you're revisiting the same days. Think about it. How many Mondays has been the same Mondays for how many years? Like for example, you've been working at your job for the last 5 years. How many of those Mondays been the same Mondays where you did the same things? You might have seen a little background, people change a little bit. But if you don't change, nothing else changes. Why? Because everything else is already in constant change. So the only thing that you need to change is you. You don't need to change the weather because you can't change the weather. But if you change you and you move to a different state or fly to a different state, go out of the country, guess what? You done changed the weather. You don't need to change money. Money operates on its own. But if you get money slow, then you get a little bit of money over a long amount of time. But if you change the way that you get money, you're going to get a lot of money in a short amount of time. It's all about you. So somebody put me in the chat, right? Somebody put me in the chat. When we talk about me, we're talking about maxing everything. So this is about you maxing everything. So when it comes to sales, you need to sell yourself on why this program is important. I don't need to come up here and sell you on that. Don't try to come up here, yo, mogul, like you got your hand on your cheek, like he better say something good or I ain't buying. Well, then you just miss out. You be in the same place this year that you was last year, and you be in the same place this year or last year and next year. Either way, you still be in the same cycle. Okay? We don't want that. We want you to be a leader. This is why we have a leadership community. So leadership is decision making. How many of you are stuck at decision making? In your relationship, your significant other, hey babe, what you want to eat today? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then when they order the food, you order what you want, but then their food look better than yours. So now you want their food, and now you're messing up your relationship, and you don't even know that you're messing up your relationship. You don't even know that because you're not being a leader. Why? Because you think men are just supposed to lead. Or you think that if you're a man, you think you're just supposed to. No, men and women both are supposed to lead. This is why it's a partnership. But sometimes as a man, you have to be the one to sell the woman. Sometimes as a woman, you have to be the one to sell the man. Sometimes as a man, you have to be the one to lead the woman. Sometimes as a woman, you have to be the one to lead the man. Am I making this up or no? How many of you had to lead your man? The issue is when you got to do it too much. You get tired of leading your man everywhere. The issue is when you get tired of leading your girl everywhere. The issue is when it's one-sided, you are out of alignment. Okay? We want to make sure we got what we call balance. It's equilibrium, okay? So we want to master our minds, elevate our lives, and simplify success. So that's what we're going to do here inside of this program. Look at these handsome people, just beautiful people over here. All right. If you was at the Golden Carpet, you got a chance to meet at least one of those people. Yeah, y'all know that handsome man right there. Becoming more effective in less time is the goal. If you do not have, shout out to Kiana. She was there with her husband. Finally got to meet her husband. And yeah, Kiana, he told me you don't run the whole household. We know now. You ain't leading the whole household, Kiana. You're gonna have to get sold sometimes, okay? So if you have becoming more effective in less time, drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat. And yes, y'all, this is how we operate. Yes, you're seeing us being real with each other because it's the family thing. So we are authentic. But it's one thing to be in the Zoom, and it's another thing to be in the room. So you're getting a little taste of what we're talking about with the room. He did say that. He told me that. He told me. He said you got to listen more, okay? He said listen. And that's what leadership is also about. Listening. Sales is also listening too. So becoming more effective in less time, y'all, is the primary focus of everything that we're doing here. The reason why we teach you about self-storage or teach you about life insurance or teach you funding or teach you anything is so that way you can acquire things in a short amount of time, because if you wait too long, you might be out of time. Okay? So the primary focus is to become more effective in less time. This is already your primary focus. I'm not trying to be a cult leader. Some people go call me a cult leader. Hey, I'm the leader of the culture. It is what it is. You operating in my environment right now. It is what it is. But what I'm saying to you is this. Without me speaking to you, you are already doing this. Your primary goal is to become more effective in less time. The reason why you don't walk to work and you take a train to work, or you take a bus to work, or you drive to work is why. Put the answer in the chat. No side-eye Chloe's in here today, okay? Put the answer in the chat. The reason why you do not walk to work and you take a train, you take a bus, you drive, you use an auto machine, what is it called? Automobile, right? If you use an automobile or something like that, why? Because you want to get there faster. That's why. You order food. Why? Let me know why y'all order food. And let's move fast with this because I gotta get to showing y'all some steps. And we're almost done, so don't worry. Because you want to be faster. The key thing that we want you to understand, we don't want you to rush, right? We just want you to do things with more priority, right? Prioritize more things. That's basically what we're getting at here. So, and you want to eliminate minimum wage activities as many of them as possible. Like going to the grocery store has now become a minimum wage activity. It used to be like a family thing. I remember I used to love going to the supermarket because I get to pick out some of the stuff that I wanted. Grandma, can I get this? Mom, can I get that? And a lot of times they said no, but hey, at least I shop my shop. And then times they said yeah, and I was super happy. And I didn't care about walking in that freezer part where it was super cold and my nipples hard. No disrespect to anybody, but I'm just saying I remember them days. You know, I used to cover my chest up like, damn, it's cold in here, but in that freezer section. But I was happy I had them Go-Gurts or them yogurts. Y'all know y'all was happy when y'all had the little special item that y'all wanted, or the cereal, the special cereal that y'all had. Y'all didn't care about nothing. Y'all could wait on them long lines. You could carry the bags upstairs because you know when you open up one of them bags, your favorite thing is gonna be there. And that is what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna go through some times where it's not gonna feel like you're being as effective in less time. You're gonna go through some trial and error, but guess what? When you get through it, you will be able to open up them big bags and realize, damn, I got that cash flow coming in. Damn, I got those partnerships to make this work. Oh, look, I'm over here traveling here. Like these things are gonna happen, but before you can go up, you must stay down. Right. So if anybody got the copy of the Becoming More Effective in Less Time on Luhv Plus, drop it in the chat. It's also right here. You can click on it right here and get it, but drop it in the chat if you have it. Somebody drop that link in it. All right, cool. So the primary focus to become more effective in less time. This is why you order your groceries. Most of y'all. This is why you don't walk to work, right? So obviously that. When you come into the Luhv Plus platform, the .com is mainly for doing online work, right? Just think about it in a sense of like school. When you come to school, you log in on your online portal from your laptop, right? That's what this is. This is a university. When we talk about the Mailbox Motivation Academy, it's a university, right? So we got different parts, and this is basically like your dashboard of your work. So your blackboard for your work, all right? So you'll come in here, please. I know some of you have already done this. This is why you're sending out messages to the support team like, oh, I can't get in, because you use the Google, you probably use the Google email, like you probably logged in with Google. And what happened was you don't remember which account you logged in, because right now you can't see which account that you're logged into. So if you don't know which account you logged into, and then you later on just checking your emails randomly, when you come back here to log into the email and it's not the active one, it's going to seem like you can't get in. So the best way, I recommend everybody doing it this way: log in with your email. Do it manually. And in fact, can you make a note of that? Just let Jess know, put that down, so that way we can put that in the writing. I think that is in the writing, but let's just double check, make sure. Log in with your email. That's the option you want to choose. You want to log in here, put your credentials in, create a password, remember the password. Please make it simple. Nobody's going to steal your password. Just make it simple so you don't forget it. But don't make it too simple that you forget it. Got it? All right. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to show you basically why you're using this. So when you come to, let's say, the development tab, let's go to the development tab, because you're going to need that. The development tab. This is all about the Luhv Plus challenges. These are the things that's going to allow you to acquire new skills. These are the challenges that's going to allow you to get downloads faster, get results faster. So typically what companies do, or what communities do, they play videos, right? They give you videos to just watch. And when you're watching these videos, you are also being distracted. I know that because, and let me know, am I right or wrong? Y'all can straight up tell me. When you're watching your course videos, you are being distracted. You got family somewhere over here, or you got somebody texting you over here. You got all these other things going on. So what we decided to do, that's an innovative way of giving you courses, are breaking them down to chunks, smaller courses, but putting you in the middle of the course. So instead of you watching a video, you are in the course. The course is giving you step-by-step actions to take so you can go out there and have the best results. We call this task chunking. So we could have just given you all of this inside of one whole video module, but we are allowing you to choose your path, okay, and be able to interactively get results with the guidance of this platform. So please use the platform to your abilities, use the platform to your strengths. And if you look through here and you want to acquire a skill that you don't already have, go ahead. If you want to learn how to evaluate deals, especially commercial real estate, then guess what? Come in here into the Commercial Real Estate Deal Evaluation Challenge and practice. So that way you can get ahead of the curve, right? You want to learn how to build an LLC out. Guess what? You could charge for this. This skill right here, learning how to build an LLC out, you can charge for this. This is a skill that you can easily make money. Learning how to evaluate deals, skill you can easily make money off of. So pretty much almost all of these are skills that you can make money off of. So when we talk about leadership in sales, these are all skills, right? And inside of those skills is all a variation of things that you could potentially do. This is why there's a business for every single thing. There's a business for spoons. There's a business for napkins. There's a business for tires, for pins, for plants. There's a business for everything you could ever think of. So they're all skills. Selling and leadership is the biggest two skills you can ever need, because you can sell water to a well and be successful. All right. The same water that you all run away from. Yeah, I don't drink tap water, but then you pick up that bottle of water that's been sitting in the plastic for X amount of days. Guess what? Most likely that's tap water, even when they say it came from the spring. Okay, because it once did come from the spring, but it got filtered in that tap water. Anyway, that's me going on a rant, y'all, just to show you. All right, so you go to your challenges, your development on the app. It looks a little bit different, and we'll go over that. But for this week, what we want you to do, this is your homework. Everybody write this down. In fact, I want y'all to do it now. Go do it now. Go to luhvplus.com or go to the Luhv Plus app, and I want you to choose the Clarity Challenge. Okay, I want you to choose the Clarity Challenge. Even if you've done the Clarity Challenge before, I'm quite sure your trunk probably needs to be cleaned out. I'm quite sure there's a drawer at home, a little dresser that needs to be cleaned out. I'm quite sure there's some closet space that you could rearrange. I'm quite sure you have something that you can actually clean out. So that's why we always start with the Clarity Challenge. Okay, so you're gonna come down here and you want to go to the Clarity Challenge. Whether you completed it or not, you want to go to the Clarity Challenge. So let's all do it now. Let's all do it now. If it says something like this, right? You've completed the program. Congratulations on completing the Clarity Challenge. What I would love for you to do is reset the challenge, right? Reset the challenge. Take the challenge over. And if you are having trouble resetting the challenge, then reach out to support or reach out to one of the coaches, and we will be able to help you out with that, right? Can y'all still see? No, you can't see my screen anymore. Let me reshare it. Yeah, if you're not able to reset, just let us know. We'll get you reset, okay? So that way you're good to go. Y'all can see my screen again, right? For those who haven't started it, just go start it now. Anybody just send me a message or send the team a message and we'll reset it for you. You could also reset it yourself. You can also reset that yourself as well. Let me see if I can go to my profile, my programs. So if you click on this drop down arrow right here at the top, you can go into see which programs you've joined. You can see which programs you joined, and you can say withdraw from program. So I already completed, right? Clarity Challenge. So I will go to the Clarity Challenge program and I'll just withdraw from the program. Now, when I withdraw from the program, what's going to happen is it's just going to reset. So once it reset, I'm able to now restart the program over. And once again, by you restarting the program, if you left information in the program, get accustomed to doing this. Everybody should have this. This is protocol. It's the standard. And now you're stepping into leadership, right? You need to take actionable notes. So you don't want to write down everything, and you don't want to just listen to everything without writing down anything. Okay, what we want to write down is the most important things. So actionable notes. In reality, I want y'all to do mind maps, but if everybody can't do mind maps on their phone. So on your phone, everybody should have a note section. So if you don't have a note section, start your note section now. You should have a note section for Mailbox Motivation Academy. As you are writing down notes, just don't plaster notes everywhere. Have a heading, subheading, body. All right, so which class is it? Maybe put a date on it, right? And then you want to say this was accountability program day 1, or whatever topic we was, a subheading, and then you put the notes in that body. You don't need to run up the whole notes page. You just need to put the most important notes in there. So the things that make you go, I need to put that in there. You put that in there. Don't write down everything. So one of the things to put in there is how to withdraw from classes or challenges that you've taken. Once you put this in one time, you're not even going to forget it. It's going to already be in your mind. You're not even going to need to look at the notes anymore because you done learned it twice. You did it in real time and you wrote it down on the paper or on your own phone, and that was 2 times and you learned it, and that was in your head 3rd time. Right? So I'll withdraw from the program. Now I withdraw from the program. Now all I got to do is go right back to the program that I wanted to join, and it's going to be right there, and I'll just join it. Okay? So that's how it's going to look. Clarity challenge right here. Now it says join. I will join the clarity challenge. Shout out to the clarity coach, right? Once I join it, this is why we love for you to do it on the laptop. Look how it looks on the laptop. It looks simplistic, where you can see your overview right here. On the left side, you can see everything that you've actually done, things that you missed. And then you have all the information right here on the right side that allows you to see what is to be done, right? So for example, we'll click on overview, right? Go down to step 1. And in step 1, it shows us exactly what the step 1 is. And then we can see if we complete it or not. Don't press complete just to press complete. Actually take time to complete these things. When you join the Clarity Challenge, there's also a group that you're joining, and you can post your information inside that group. So complete step, right? Let's say you actually did the thing. You wanted to complete the step. All right, next step. What it's going to ask you, oh, this is locked. Okay, cool. So I can't jump ahead. I have to do everything day by day, right? So this is what it's showing you. You can't jump ahead. You can't cheat it and go run and do a whole bunch of things. It has to happen day by day because we want improvements, incremental improvements. It's the small wins that create the big gains. Somebody put that into the chat. So I think we're clear on that, right? Are we clear on the homework? Are we clear on this week's challenge? So this entire week, what you're doing is doing Clarity Challenge. You're going to have classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And also, you're going to have classes on Wednesdays and Mondays. And it depends on when you decide to start this. But I want you to realize something. This program is not additional work. This program is helping you do the work. For example, if your room is a mess and you're having class and you're studying, the moment you get off from the class, the call, and you see the mess in your room, do you feel inspired to do any more work? Let me know in the chat. Maybe I'm the only one who felt this way. But let me know in the chat. Do you feel more inspired to do work when your room is all cluttered and messy? I don't see anything populating in the chat. Maybe it's broken. Let's see if the chat is broken. Sunshine, is the chat broken or what? What's happening here? Am I the only? Oh, okay. I thought I was the only one up here for a second. I got nervous. Like, damn. I've been talking to myself for how long now? All right, cool. So you don't feel inspired, right? So when you do clean up your space, you're gonna feel inspired, and you're gonna be amazing in it, right? So let me show y'all something else before we get ready to shut down. Once again, you can use ChatGPT. It's the Luhv Plus ChatGPT called the Luhv Bot. You can use that to help you out. I mean, anything from translations, right? You could translate languages. You could ask for help. What's the most effective way to clean my room? I mean, let's see that. You could ask all sorts of questions, right? And just use the chat to help you become faster. If you already got Chat GPT, all right, that's cool. But if you don't need to buy a subscription or anything. You have the Luhv Bot here that can help you out. So anything that you need, Luhv Bot can be your assistant, right? Instead of using Google, Google's just gonna give you answers that's already there. You can use the Luhv Bot, and the Luhv Bot is gonna provide you with tactical things to be able to do, right? Tactical things to be able to do, all right? So if you need help somewhere, Luhv Bot is here to help you. Now, where else are we? Groups and rooms. Some of y'all might not know how to navigate to the groups and rooms. So you are in the Accountability Executor program, but you're in the Mailbox Millionaire Accelerator program, right? This is the Mailbox Millionaire Accelerator program right here inside of the groups and rooms. This is containing all the groups. Your groups are not going to say 100 groups, so please don't hit me up. I know sometimes this happens. They be seeing my screen and go, damn, I don't have all 100 groups. I think something's wrong with my. No, you all have a limited access to groups right now because we don't want to overwhelm you with so many groups. So your primary group, don't go in there looking to get into the Mailbox Millionaire Elite group right now. Just focus on the Mailbox Millionaire Accelerator program group. All right. I know some of y'all join the Luhv Plus community room. That's dope. You're going to meet other people who join from other groups, such as Rich Decisions, She Builds, She Profit, all these other groups that came in who was amazing. You're going to be able to join and partake with, conversations and do business with those people too. But the primary focus right now is your Mailbox Millionaire program group. Let's go to view so we can check that out. And team, let me know if I'm missing something so we can double back or elaborate on those things. If you notice by people's names, right? Such as myself, you see high work ethic. Yeah, I got that. I'll be doing what I do, right? Big mogul, real estate mogul, Anya, marketing granted CEO, Jenny, Mailbox Millionaire or Mailbox Millionaire admin, Jessica, right? These individuals, they have badges next to their name to help you identify who is who, but also when you complete challenges, you get awarded with badges. So these are new skills, and you can leverage your status inside the community. So understand that when you look at Jasmine, right? You go through Jasmine badge. Jasmine has a lot of badges. Who else has a lot of badges? Kara has a lot of badges. You could go through people's badges like Sunshine and see exactly what they have, but what they acquired from the challenges, right? You can go and you can follow each other here. Like if you want to follow Mr. Brooklyn Business, every time he posts a video, you don't want to miss his videos, just click follow. So that way you can follow Mr. Brooklyn Business. If you want to follow Big Mogul and you know that he's going to post some things pertaining to the class you don't want to miss, follow Big Mogul, right? Follow each other, just like how you do on Instagram or any other platform. Especially follow Moya, right? So inside of your dashboard of your Mailbox Millionaire Accelerator program, you have these tabs at the top. These tabs are discussion, which will contain everything like on your wall, right? So if you post on the wall, it will have the discussions on the wall. You can comment, you can react to everyone. There's no hold back on that. Homework will always be posted at the top. I'm quite sure y'all know this already. Syllabus, also my service is a little down, so it's not connecting at the moment. But here's where you will find all of this. You will find the class replay links right here, so you don't have to complain or get freaked out if you missed the class, but we want you to attend every class, all right? Any other files and stuff that we drop will be in here, and then you can always connect with the members right here, right? Any other questions or concerns? It's fairly easy. It's really not difficult, but a lot of people, they have their cameras off and they're walking around in the background and doing a bunch of stuff. So therefore, they can't really, seem to get the grasp of it. But it's really not hard at all. But I would love to take some questions, if anything. I'd love to take some questions, if anything. Also, if you wanted to watch some of these videos, right? This is what we have on the app. Go on the app. If you go to the watch tab on the app, you can actually watch videos. Some of you might like that. So go ahead and do that. Also, reward status is the last thing I want to bring up. You are getting rewarded for the work that you put in. You are getting rewarded for the work that you put in. So you can either click reward status, or you can click your profile at the top, the little drop-down menu, go to my rewards. When you go to your rewards, you can see the points. Every time you comment on a post, you're going to get rewarded with points. These are called crew coins. With these crew coins, you can use these crew coins to purchase ebooks, G-books, anything that is going to allow you to be successful. You could pretty much almost use the crew coins to purchase those things. All right. So right now, it will show you how many crew coins you have. It will show you the tier. So if you're at the elite level, how many more points do you need to get to the Mailbox Millionaire level? Your coupon codes right here, you just get the coupon code, copy the code, and be able to unlock your rewards. Right? These are all going to come in handy at some point for you. So please, if you ever order anything, here's your orders right here. I know some of y'all be like, I ordered this and I didn't get it. Well, check your orders to see if you actually ordered. And sometimes it be because you most likely created two different profiles and you're on the one that you didn't purchase the order with, and now it's causing you confusion. All right. Check your settings from here, everything you can do from here. So, all right, that's it for me. I don't like going on and on, but I think I gave enough, right? I think I gave enough. Is there any questions, any concerns, or anything that we need to discuss? Let us know. I want everybody to write in the chat real fast. What is the challenge of this week? Remember, we got one call per week, so we're not going to have call on Wednesday. We're not going to have call on Friday a.m. We're not doing that. We're going to have call on every Monday for the next 5 weeks. So let's make sure if we have any questions and concerns, here's the time to answer, to have your hands up. But clarity challenge is the challenge of the week. When do we want you to start it? When do we want you to start it? ASAP is cool, but we want you to start it today, right? Sunshine, drop it in the chat so they understand what we're talking about today when we say today, right? Any questions, any concerns? If not, I'm going to bring up Sunny Delight and have her close out. Jasmine really would do the commitments, and she would just do basically that part that I just did, that last part, go over, what we're supposed to be doing for the week. So you'll see Jasmine do that next week, right? Go over that commitment in the next challenge. And you'll see Sunshine come up at the end and give us a nice summary of what was being said. So at that point, that's it for me today. If I impacted you in any way, somebody dropped the word mindset in the chat. If I just had your mind look at something differently, just put mindset in the chat. If I gave you good inspiration or just good feelings, put mindset in the chat. I want you to know that you are the best of the best, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. You cannot be stopped. I want you to know this thing. You may not be where you want to be, but you're right where you need to be, because you're not where you used to be. So I want you to clap it up for yourself. I want you to appreciate yourself, love on yourself today. Sunshine, take it away, Queen.
You're always so phenomenal. We appreciate you on so many levels. Okay, so this has been our day one, right? And so we already know this is our Accountability Accelerator program. He went over what group you are supposed to be going to on a daily basis for your information. Some things that stood out for me today, and I hope y'all took notes, because it is so important, because the king is constantly dropping gems, and I've been here long enough and I still have a whole notebook full of information. There's never a time that I come into the accountability call or any class that we have without notes. So you must be taking notes. One of the things that he said in the very beginning is, after asking us how much money we wanted to have in our lives, what do we want to make monthly? What kind of currency do we want to create for ourselves on a monthly basis? The king kindly asked us, so what's stopping you from having that, when you already know that there's people out here making that? So if I want to make 50K per month, What's really stopping me from having that when there's people that's doing that and then some? I don't know about y'all, but that was one of the first things that resonated for me. It is so important that we make sure that we do the self checks on ourselves that we need to do on a constant basis to see where we need to fine tune ourselves to make sure that we get to that next level, because it's all about us. This week is all about what? Drop it in the chat. What this week is all about, y'all. The next thing that I fell in love with is motivation is temporary, but inspiration is what? Drop it in the chat. Can we put the word legendary in there? That's a whole bar. Sit down and really look at that and break that down for yourself. Like when you really think about how you can possibly inspire others, because anytime that you could take the time out to inspire someone else, know that you are leaving impact. And we all know that that high impact definitely creates high income. Also, what do you already have that you could build upon to make better? Man, I hope y'all wrote that down. Think about the things that you're good at. What are your strengths? What comes easy to you, the king says, that may come difficult to somebody else? We need to really take heed to these things so that we could go to this next level, because that's how we started this call, talking about leveling up. Every opportunity comes once, y'all. It comes what? Every opportunity comes once. Comes what? I'm sorry, y'all. Do the things that we need to do for a priority, and let's get rid of those minimum wage activities, y'all. I'm still working on getting rid of minimum wage activities. My kids done got grown. They used to be my dishwashers and all of that. They done got grown on me. They hardly ever home. So I got to figure out how to get some of these MWAs out of my life. Get those MWAs out of your life. It's important. The next thing that stood out to me a lot is when he spoke on one sentence in particular, that sales and leadership is the two biggest things, the two biggest skills that we can have. I never really put that, I don't think that ever really clicked for me totally when I'm looking at my gifts, as far as what I've been blessed with, as far as the person that I am. But skills and leadership can actually take you to the, sales and leadership can actually take you to the finish line on whatever it is that you're actually good at. So please, please, please make sure y'all are taking the notes, because the gems that are dropped in here on a regular basis is simply priceless. Y'all know already to join the Clarity Challenge. We're starting it again when? What day are we starting at? Make sure y'all create those note sections in your phone, on your tablet. You know, he took a stone tablet. I don't even care, okay? Because I'm going to keep writing. I love to write and highlight. I just need to implement, the other part of making sure that I do start doing this, on my phone and my tablet. But anyway, it has always been a true blessing and an amazing experience when we get to come in this room and connect together to go to our next level. This week is all about clarity. Don't just do the clarity challenge. Sit down in solitude and take the time out and look at yourself and look at all the places that you could possibly need clarity. Know that your coaches and your mentors are here for you. Get inside that Luhv Plus app and utilize the tools and the resources that are there for you to get to your next level. It has been absolutely amazing. We love y'all to life, and we will see you same place, same time next Monday. Okay. Next Monday, same place, same time. I don't know. Are we having the work group session today? Is that taking place? Yes. Anybody know? Somebody come off mute, talk to me.
Stand by, stand by. It's gonna be announced in the Luhv Plus.
Okay. So it'll be announced. Make sure you check to see whether or not we will be having the work group session today that takes place at 1 p.m. If it is, make sure that you get in there, because that's another place to get some questions answered, to get some work done, to stay focused and intentional. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. Again, we love y'all to life. Jasmine, don't you ever stop being phenomenal. Yesterday was absolutely a beautiful experience. to be in the room, make sure y'all start getting in those rooms. You've joined a community that actually has mobile meetups that you can not just be in the Zoom with us, but you can actually get in the room with us and experience us on a totally different level. Again, it's been real. We love y'all to life. Have an amazing day, everybody.